Hey everyone, Markman and Rip back at the PlayStation Competition Center for another video on SOULCALIBUR 6. Today's subject, everyone's favorite, ring outs.
Oh yes, anybody who's played SOULCALIBUR in the past, both the joy and the pain of ringing someone out who has full health. We're also going to be touching on the walls in this video, so let's get started and talk about these stage boundaries.
The stages in SOULCALIBUR 6 each have unique designs in terms of their shape and their layout. On many of these stages, there will be some edges with no barrier. If you hit someone with a suitable move towards one of these edges, you will score a ring out and they will immediately lose the round, regardless of how much health they had. This lets you make an extreme comeback in the blink of an eye.
It's important to know that not every move has ring out potential, even if your opponent is right up against the boundary. You'll have to pick a move that knocks the opponent into the air, but there are usually lots of good options if your opponent's back is to the edge. Keep in mind, each character has some quirky moves that let you ring out from lots of odd angles, even if you're the one that seems to be at risk.
So, how do you prevent being hit with a ring out? The best idea is to try to avoid being in the situation in the first place. If you sense yourself being pushed towards the edge, try to find an opportunity to reposition yourself in or out of the foreground. Because movement is so prevalent in SOULCALIBUR, you can probably find a way to change the angle of the fight before you get to the edge.
If you do find yourself getting hit near the edge of the ring, try to take advantage of aerial control. In SOULCALIBUR, if you get launched into air, after the first follow-up hit, you're able to steer your character's aerial momentum in any direction of your choice. If you steer yourself away from the edge, usually by holding a diagonal direction on the controller, you can sometimes prevent a ring out from even happening.
What about those edges that have walls or barriers then? Well, it's not too much fun being up against these either. Being stuck against the wall, your backwards movement is very restricted and makes it much harder to play good defense. Like ring outs, being proactive and trying to avoid this situation before it even happens is best.
If you get hit into a wall instead of a ring out, you'll get hit by a wall splat. Your back will hit the wall and you'll slide down slowly, completely vulnerable to more attacks. In fact, you can wall splat twice in the same combo, leading to some damaging sequences. And even more than that, some walls are breakable barricades that will shatter when you wall splat into them. This transforms the stage, revealing a new way to ring out your opponent, making it especially dangerous.
Both ring outs and walls lead to huge damage in SOULCALIBUR 6. You can prevent this by moving around the arena, that way you don't get stuck near the edge.
And if you do get stuck, just be really patient with your defense. You can try to slowly inch away after blocking an attack and to try to get away from the edge or the wall. You can also surprise your opponent by using one of your special attacks that flips them over your back instead. That's it for this episode. This tutorial is made in partnership with the PlayStation Competition Center team. You can sign up for Open Series competitions on compete.playstation.com. Subscribe to the BNE Esports channel for more tutorials and SOULCALIBUR 6 content.